Hi everybody, Leah here with your weekly card reading starting tomorrow, Monday the 4th of November 2019. If you haven't already, head over to leahlloyd.com and subscribe to the free monthly healing emails. The November one is now out and November is all about change. So head over and subscribe to those if you have changes you need to make or changes that are happening and you need some help around actioning that or dealing with that. Whatever it is for you, it'll be different for everybody. Okay, so for the start of the week we have the World, which is all about endings. It's probably the biggest indicator of change coming into your life. But this is good change. This is coming full circle. It is spiritual growth. It's insight. It's really, it just feels like you're coming into your own. It's almost like you've finally sort of gotten through that hard patch and you're just ready now to move forward with whatever the journey is going to bring for you. And this card is coupled with spiritual growth. So if you needed a sign, there is one, because both cards are indicative of you growing spiritually. You can do this through meditation. You can do it simply through, journaling and reflecting on your life and how you've dealt with things in the past, how you're dealing with things now, what's happening, and looking for the insight in that to see, well, what are the lessons? What have I learned? Why have I gone through this experience? And really reflecting on that. And through that, you learn and you grow. And that's all that spiritual growth is. It's just you developing as a human through the stages to, towards enlightenment. So it can sound a bit woo-woo for some people, but it's as simple as that. So anyone can do it, and I'm quite sure that's the purpose of us being here in a human body, living this human experience in order to grow spiritually. So the next card is Knight of Michael. And this card is very much about something's going to be happening quickly. So whether, this ending comes and you're ready to move forward and then all of a sudden offers come in or resources come in that you've been waiting for. So perhaps, if money's been holding you back, perhaps there's going to be some money coming in this week. Maybe you've been looking at a new job and all of a sudden that job becomes available to you or gets offered to you. If you are looking at, education or, enrolling in a group, a hobby, something fun, you might just find that all of a sudden this week, you see a Facebook post that's like, yep, enroll in this week. So this is coupled with signs. So this card will be very much looking for those signs this week and knowing when and acting on them and acting quickly. You will be moving quickly. You will need to be logical when it comes to this. So some of you might be still holding on to some of this and have that emotional connection still to that, which is quite normal when we're letting go of something. But you're being asked now to think about this logically, to try and not be too caught up in the emotional side of it, because you will know deep down what is right for you, and you probably know that this isn't it. So really stick with that this week and move forward. Look for the signs because they will be there to point you in the right direction. Towards the end of the week, we have divine guidance. And this is very much looking for the meaning in life, in your life. It's looking at your options and it's looking at the ways that you can get there, that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. So this card can be seeking out people who can help you with that. It can be seeking out mentors or teachers. But this can also be just, you can do this on your own. You don't need an outside source to tell you what is right. You will know. You just have to give yourself that bit of time to really stop and just connect and listen to what you're being told and to really notice what feels right for you. So if you are trying to decide between a few options, spend a few moments just sitting with each of them and imagining you've gone, you know, with each one separately. Which one feels right? You will know. This one is guided with music, so be mindful this week, you know, songs that come on the radio, if there is a common theme, because, you know, your angels will try and give you messages in any way that you are going to hear them. So, you know, and sometimes it can be quite funny when you know, 3 songs come on in a row that all remind you of a time maybe that perhaps there was a time in your life when you were doing something that was really fun and you really enjoyed, and it's sort of gone by the wayside as you've gotten older, and then all of a sudden, you know, 3 songs come on the radio that were from that time. You're like, oh, that takes me back to that. That could be a sign in itself. It can also be, music is a really great way to connect. So just spending some time out, just listening to music that makes you feel good, that's uplifting, that helps you to connect. So music could be significant this week, so use it in whatever way it feels right for you. The bottom of the deck is the Star. So, I mean, this is a pretty fantastic reading. You've got 3 major arcana cards here, and this is all about dreams coming true. The Star is about you believing in yourself and your abilities to move forward and to make those changes. And this card is also suggesting it's the end of a difficult situation. So something is definitely coming to an end, but I don't think it's a bad ending. There might be a little bit of residual, you know, sadness or regret around that, but I think you know it's right for you and that this is the right move. And that can be anything. That can be relationships, it can be jobs, it can be someone that you're, you know, someone in your friend network or acquaintance network that is no longer a good fit for you. It might be just you letting go of old thoughts or ideas or patterns or behaviors that you've had. For some of you, this might be quitting some kind of, you know, toxic addiction that you have. So it can be anything, and it will be different for everybody watching this, but something is coming to an end, but it is a good ending and it's right for you, so go with it. That card is coupled with Enchantment. So I think you need to really, this is very much, you're going to be connected. You are really going to connect to your intuition, and you are going to, there is something about that that makes you just feel good. When you know that you are completely supported with that divine support and that you can't get it wrong, that the signs are going to come in, that you are going to be looked after, there is a feeling that goes with that. It's unconditional love. That is what it is, and that is a beautiful feeling to experience. And I think that's what this is going to be this week, and you're going to start looking at the world in a different way because you are changing and you just feel different. And you're kind of letting go, I think, of any of that negativity or, you know, old stories that have held you back or kept you stuck or kept you down. And I think you're letting go of that this week, and you're feeling good and you are looking for the good in life. And that is going to bring you this beautiful experience. So really try and move forward with that. And if you find yourself getting caught back up in that old stuff, just take a minute out. Just take some time out to really just stop, connect, go, no, reset. This is where I don't want to get caught up in that anymore. The card for the week from my healing cards is Wonder, and which, you know, is very much in keeping with the Enchantment card. This is looking for the little things in life that just bring you joy and hope, and that, you know, just shows you that life is beautiful and wonderful and amazing things can happen, and it's being open to those things happening for you. I'm going to the Rob Thomas concert next weekend, and so my friend that I'm going with, I tag her in a Rob Thomas video every day in the lead up. I'm probably driving her mad, but it's fun. But this morning, the song that I just listened to before I came to this reading was Little Wonders. And in that, he's talking about his dog that, you know, they're outside. I think he said it was in the rain. He's waiting for the dog to go to the toilet. The dog wouldn't go. And the dog looked up at him with this beautiful, happy face, and he let go of all that anger he was feeling about standing outside in the rain at night and just enjoyed the moment of spending that with, you know, this dog that looked at him and probably idolized him. And so I thought it was really great then that the Wonder card came up, because we need to look for those little wonders every day in our life, because it shows us the good that surrounds us. And when we can see all of that good, then the things that aren't always very good aren't so overwhelming and big. We can cope with them a little better. And the more gratitude you can live with in life, the better the life is that you're going to live. So I hope that helps this week. Go to leahlloyd.com, subscribe to those emails, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.